Hey, what's up you guys? It is Sydney here today and we have a brand new video. So typically on our channel on Thursdays, we do a YouTuber remodel or EA remodel or something of the sorts like that. And that's kind of what I am doing today. Not 100%, but what I was going for. So today we are doing an apartment. It is, I believe, the 19 Culpeper apartment. It's like one of the starter homes, I'm pretty sure, starter apartments that you can get in game when you have city living. And so what I wanted to do, since we're doing like a seasonal themed video week and all that kind of fun stuff, I wanted to do apartments on Thursdays because we're doing house builds on Mondays that are seasonal. I really wanted to do like a seasonal apartment, so on Thursdays we'll be doing seasonal apartments. And to make it a little trickier and more of a remodel style that I normally typically do, we did not change any of the walls in the build. So I came in and I just deleted all of the items that were in here, and then I went in and I fixed all the wallpaper to kind of be, you know, the ugly drywall and concrete, just to make it easier for me to furnish it without having the already pre-existing colors and floors and all that stuff around the house. So we ended up doing this, and I kept the tables where they were, and like I said, I kept the I kept the doors where they were, and I kept the walls where they were, just to make it a little bit more realistic and difficult. Obviously, when you have an apartment, you can't go in and like change your counters and change your appliances, but it's The Sims, and I'm able to, so to make it just a tad bit difficult, I decided I was going to change, or not change, the walls and door placement. I hope you guys understand and that makes sense. But this is our spring-themed apartment, and I really love how it turned out. And honestly, this one was kind of harder to do than the house. And I really don't know why that is. So to give you guys kind of an idea of what I've been doing and how I've been doing this is I filmed my spring build and my summer build in the same day. So I already had those ideas in those styles done. Like I already know how those houses look. And then when I came to this, I didn't want it to look like those houses because I feel like summer and spring can kind of give off the same vibes and same themes. But I didn't want them, like my apartments, to have a lot of the same items as the house or be too similar, like, you know what I mean? I didn't want to keep on placing the same items over and over again and saying, oh, this is a different build, this is a new build. So I used a lot of new items in this that I haven't ever used before to kind of give or help me try something new and do something new. And I really love how this turned out. It is very bright, very colorful, and there are lots of plants everywhere. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is, since this apartment complex or this apartment building room area in The Sims 4 is a 4-house or 4-apartment landing. Oh god, I don't know how to explain that, guys. I'm so sorry. But basically, if you go to this building in The Sims 4, you have 4 different apartments to choose from. So I'm going to use all 4 of these apartments to do each different season. And I decided to use this one for spring because it had the patio and none of the other ones did. And as a spring-themed sim, I feel like they would need or want a patio for like planting and being outside and all that kind of stuff. And I guess you can say the same for summer as well. But we will see how the summer apartment turns out, and I hope you like that. I think I'm going to do a beachy theme for the summer one. I'm really excited for you guys to see the summer house build that will be going up on Monday. That is a beach house. So I'm going to pull some ideas from that into the apartment, but again, do it differently. So I'm really excited. I have lots of ideas going through my head, guys, and I'm super excited for you guys to see them and enjoy them, hopefully. Right now, we are making this little room divider thing, and I believe this wooden candle lit area, I don't know what you would call it, I guess a room divider, this little candle room divider. It came from Spa Day, and I've never used it, but I do really like it. And since I couldn't add walls into the apartment or do anything like that, I thought this would be a good way to separate the kitchen and dining from the living space. Now, I haven't tested out this build yet. I haven't even taken the screenshots or anything yet. I just finished building and I wanted to get the voiceover done. But I'm pretty sure your Sims can get around and use the doors and use everything. I mean, there's easily a tile to a tile and a half in between those and the wall, so I don't see any issues coming from that. If there is, I will be adjusting it when I take my screenshots and do some testing of it. But I really love how this apartment turned out. We use a lot of pinks and blues and yellows, which I feel like are very spring fun colors, and lots of plants everywhere. As you noticed from our little eco tiny home that we did on Monday, I did lots of plants everywhere because that is how I feel spring is. It is very just colorful and very plant filled and all of that kind of fun stuff. And on a quick side note, I feel like I say this in every episode, but my daughter's in the room with me. She is on her bouncer yet again, just bouncing along. So if you hear her, I am sorry about that, but I feel like I say that in almost every episode. She is such a calm and chill baby, so like I have no issues filming when she's here. Like she doesn't get super loud, but when I listen back and like edit my voiceovers and all that kind of stuff, I can hear her kind of like cooing or bouncing. So I just want you guys to know she is happy and she is having fun and she is just enjoying her little life. So she's doing okay. So if you hear that squeaking noise, that is her. And dog situation, we only currently have 2 at the house right now. We have a little terrier and then obviously my lab. And the terrier is in her kennel because she is a puppy. And if I'm not giving her all my attention, she will poop and eat and do everything. And so I did have to put her in her kennel so I can do this, which I don't know. She's used to it. You know, I'm friends with her mom. And she just tells me, she's like, I just put her in the kennel, like, when she stresses me out too much. Because that's just what it's like when you have a puppy. They are a lot of work. And as much as I'm trying to convince my fiance to let us get a puppy, I always go back and forth. Because I love the idea of having a puppy and having another little dog. But I hate the idea of having to train the dog and deal with all of that kind of stuff. Because it's so much harder when you have a puppy. I got my little lab when he was a little bit over a year old, so he was like already potty trained. He was already out of his kind of hypery phase, and he was a shelter dog, so he was just generally calmer, and he still is. He's very calm, very sweet, and super fun. I love him to death, but I wasn't pregnant at the time. I was living in an apartment with some roommates, and so I really just had to focus on him and myself. Like, I didn't really have to worry about the whole house, because I mean, it was a shared apartment, so we all kind of like shared work that we needed to. So definitely a different experience when I was having him, when I took care of him and got him, than it would be now if we were to get a puppy with a 6-month-old and another dog, and yeah, all that stuff. You guys don't want to know about that or care about that, but at this point, we have the living room and dining room, the living room done. I don't know what it is. Normally when I build houses, and I'm sure you guys have noticed, I always do the kitchen and I start there and I do all the cluttering and then I move on to the dining and the living. But when it came to this house, I kind of placed all my pieces and then I cluttered it in after, which I don't know how I feel about that. I came back and forth to a lot of different areas. I guess I was more furnishing as I saw items that I wanted to use and that I liked, than more so furnishing each area. Because I tend to, when I furnish each area, I feel like I miss a lot of items that I would have wanted or do want in the house because I'm focusing on that area. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments down below like how you furnish or what's easier for you or what makes the most sense for you. Because for me, I just feel like I get scattered a lot, or I miss out on really cool items, and I use a lot of different items in this build that I'm super excited for, and that I really like. I did a couple different techniques, like, you know, the barrier I was just saying between the living room and the dining room, and I also used that dining table that I have never touched before in my life. It's very different. It's definitely, it's an outdoor table. I'm pretty sure it came with outdoor stuff or something like that. It is definitely an outdoor table, but since it's spring, you know, I feel like spring is bringing the outdoors in and colorful and all that kind of fun stuff. And I just really liked how it looked. I liked the wood tones. I liked the different colors that were in it. And you may have noticed I kind of did my color scheme off of that table because the little runner has the pinks and the blues and the purples. And so I was pulling those colors throughout the rest of the build. So that really helped kind of ground the build, I guess. So yeah, everything is done in the living, dining, and kitchen area, and we are now moving on to the bedroom. In my mindset, I kind of imagine this as a single mom and her daughter living in this house, and that is how I decorated it, mainly because it is very bright and girly, and just, I don't know, I could have easily, obviously, made this bedroom anything. I could have made it a kid's room or a teen's room, or even have like a roommate's room or something like that, but I really like the idea of a single mom and her little toddler living here, and I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys, you know, are enjoying this video and everything we are doing. So right now we are doing the toddler's room. There's only a few more items we end up putting in here, but it is very girly and very colorful. You know, we have butterflies on the walls, we have the flower rugs, and I just really love how it turned out. Lots of pinks and purples and just bright colors, and I think it turned out super cute. And then I use this little dresser from Parenthood, I want to say, and I kind of make it a diaper changing table with the towels and the lotions. That's kind of the idea I was going for. And yeah, I don't know. I really love how this house turned out. And it's not that often where I love every single room in a house, but in this one, I love every single room. And I feel like I use a lot of items I typically don't use, like those butterfly lights, the butterfly painting, the rugs. Like, I really branched out and tried to use a lot of items and tried to bring in a whole bunch of different colors and designs into this house, and I really love how it turned out. I feel like I'm always getting in a slump with using the same items again and again and again, and I really want to branch out and use different items and use new items and all of that fun stuff. And I don't know, let me know what you guys think down below if you ever get in a slump like that and use the same items repeatedly, or anything like that, because, you know, there are the core items that I really love, and I know they look good together, and I just use those again and again and again, and so I'm trying to use different items and more fun items and theme-based items, especially doing this seasonal themed weeks, or like, you know, this seasonal themed idea that I'm doing, this little mini series. I really want to branch out and use pieces that I normally don't use, so that way I'm getting, I guess, more use out of the packs I already have before I go out and get another pack. And I have already pre-ordered seasons, and I am super excited about it, you guys. I know I talked about it when the trailer came out. I kind of did a speed build and talked about it, and I never really understood the hype of seasons, but now I understand the hype of seasons, and I am super excited for it, and I just can't wait to see what it does to the game. I can't wait to see the features. And I believe it is June 15th. Now, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure on June 15th, they are doing a live stream using the packs and all that kind of stuff, so we get to see everything. So I am really excited about it. I do follow The Sims over on Twitch, so I'd highly recommend you guys follow them on Twitch. And follow me while you're at it as well. And I'm super excited, guys. Like, I just want to see everything that's going to happen, everything that's going to be there. And I'm honestly kind of 50-50. It's like, do I want to see everything, or do I want to wait and be surprised? But I don't have the patience to wait and be surprised. So we will see. I don't know. I'm super excited, guys. I think it's going to be awesome. Right now, we are finishing up the mom's bedroom. Very spring again. I've obviously used a lot of the same colors that I used in the rest of the house. I used like the blues and the pinks. I don't think I put any real yellows in this build or in this bedroom, but it's still supposed to be bright and colorful and spring-like. So now we are going to work on the patio real quick. I just add some potted plants so that way she can do some gardening. Lots of skill building items in this house. Well, I don't know, maybe not a lot. There is a little iPad for the toddlers so they can learn, you know, their little toddler skills. There's the yoga mat for wellness, the painting table, there's a computer, a bookshelf, so you can definitely get a lot done with your Sims here. So, yeah, I just really love how this house turned out, guys. And I used these chairs that are the matching chairs to the table in the kitchen. So I kind of had the mindset as maybe that used to be her outdoor table, and then she brought it inside when they moved. That was kind of, I guess, the idea I was going for. I don't know. But I just wanted to use the tables to kind of bring in the outdoor inside. So right here in the bathroom is where I kind of cheated a little bit. I did add some walls in, and that's just because I felt like it grounded the bathroom a little bit better, having the wall where the shower is and then the little mini wall between the tub and the sink counters and all that kind of stuff. I just felt like it grounded it a little better. So I did add a couple walls in. I'm sorry I cheated a little bit, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, something I noticed I forgot to do is I didn't change any of the lights to make them theme based, and I normally do that at the end of my build, but I believe I had to leave after I finished building this, so I was not able to. So I will definitely I have to go play test it and then post it on the gallery, so I will be changing out some of the lights to kind of help them fit the theme a little bit better. But yeah, we're going to come up on the screenshots here real quick. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys all again tomorrow.